Okay, so now I start with the define the multiple exception. For defining the multiple exception, we have to use exception, exception 1, exception 2, exception 3, and exception n. So if you are expecting that more than one exception will come to your program, then in that part we have to use the multiple exception class. In except statement, we have to pass the multiple exception name, exception 1, exception 2, exception 3, up to exception n. So a single try block can contain the multiple exception. And as you know that else block is execute if there is no exception is arises, then else block is execute. Okay, so if there is no exception is present, then else block is execute. Okay, means if your program is successfully execute or correctly execute, then this else block has comes into the picture. Now go for the program. Try 10 by 0. The 10 by 0, when I divide, the it shows an exception, as because it cannot divide a number with 0, so it shows the arithmetic exception or arithmetic error or standard error. So if you are expecting more than one exception will come in a single code, then you have to use a comma separation. Arithmetic error and standard error, the statement, and it is showing you a message, the statement is raising an exception. Then here it is showing you if everything is correct, then it is showing you welcome. Finally block. Finally block is a block which is used if your exception is arises, then it is execute. If your exception is not arises, then also it is execute. If your exception is arises, then it is execute, or if your exception not arises, then it is also execute. It is a last statement of try and catch statement, and basically this finally block is used to close the predefined class object. If you are creating the some predefined class object, for closing that predefined class object and to make that object available for the other purposes, then you are using this finally block. Okay, so here we pass 10 by 0. It is showing you exception occurred. Then at last the finally block is execute. If your program is correct, then also the finally block is also execute. So now raise an exception. Okay, to raise an exception, you can explicitly throw an exception in Python by using raise statement. Explicitly means there is no exception in your program, but you have to give a new rule. You have to give a new rule to for the code. Like if you check for the scenario, in lot of state now in a lockdown. So lockdown is not imposed by the what you can say central government. It is imposed by the state government depending upon the situation of the state. So it is not a rule, but for the situation where applied the rule. Raise an exception is just like that. You have to create your own exception scenario, but it is not an exception. It is not an exception, but based upon the situation, you have to use it. So can explicitly throws an exception using range statement. The x is equals to 8. If it is not an integer value, then it is showing you only integer are allowed. So we're passing, suppose any value. If you pass in a string, then it is showing you it is not an integer value. To raise an exception, a raise statement is used. It is followed by the exception class name. To raise or for generating your exception, first you have to use a raise statement. Exception can be provided with the value that can be given within the parentheses. To access the value as keyword is used, the E is used for a reference. As keyword, E keyword, that we consider as it is counted as a reference or object reference. Next exception is called your exception class or user defined exception class. The class error in code by defining a constructor, then here it raise an exception. If you pass the 2000 to constructor, it shows an error. Okay. So I'll go for one by one program. Just a minute. It is a one program. Okay, so now check this program. स्क्रीनटा विजिबल होउची? हेलो
नो नो सर।
क्या को देखा जाउनी स्क्रीन?